Please stand. I'm Neil. On a night LeBron James celebrated a birthday by becoming the first player to ever box score 1,000 straight double-digit scoring games, another first is celebrated.
Yeah, on the other bench, Becky Hammon became the first woman to lead an NBA team in a regular season game, taking over after Greg Popovich was ejected in the first half in San Antonio. Hammon, a former WNBA star, has been paying her NBA dues as an assistant. Here's when she got the call. DeMar DeRozan drives to the hoop, makes contact with Marc Gasol, no whistle, and Greg Popovich can't believe it. Kyle Kuzma pushes up the floor, finds Dennis Schroeder for an easy layup, and Popovich is going after the official like he gave him the wrong vintage. He got ejected for arguing, and he told Hammon she was in charge. And so there it is, first woman to act as a head coach during an NBA regular season game. We will get to the rest of the game in a couple minutes, but first, let's hear from the coach.
What did Pop say when he got tossed, and how did you find out that it was officially going to be you?
He officially pointed at me. That was it.
And that was it?
That was it. Said, you got him. And that was it. Obviously, I mean, it's a big deal. It's a substantial moment. I say this a lot, but I try not to think about the huge picture and the huge aspect of it because it can get overwhelming. It's my job to go in there and be focused for those guys and make sure that I'm helping them do the things that will help us win. I did not walk into the arena thinking that I would be coaching tonight. But that's the way things go, and you roll with it. And I would have liked a different outcome. Overall, I would have loved to get a win tonight more than anything.
Anytime you put in the work, then you're rewarded with opportunities. And obviously she's, been paying her dues over the last few years. She's been great ever since she got in. It's a beautiful thing just to hear her barking out calls, barking out sets. And she's very passionate about the game. So, congrats to her. And congrats for our league.
You got to tilt your hat off to her. The future's bright for her. I hope she just sticks to it and don't give up. And one day it may happen, it may not happen, who knows. But, she's definitely on the right road. And, I think everybody here appreciates her. Even the woman out there, she's set an example for every woman out there.
She's been breaking barriers for a while now. Joined the Spurs as an assistant coach in 2014 after she retired from the WNBA. She became first full-time female assistant coach in NBA history. She served as the head coach of the Spurs Summer League team 3 times, including guiding 2015 team to the Summer League championship. And Wednesday, again, the first woman to serve as a head coach in a regular season NBA game. All right, so now let's check out the game. Happy birthday to LeBron James, turned 36 on Wednesday, scored 10 points in 999 straight games coming in. Looking to become the first person in NBA history to reach 1,000 straight games in double digits, which is remarkable when you think about it. Early in the game, Dennis Schroeder, who scored 21, gives it up to James, making it look easy in his 18th season. Los Angeles by 8 after the first. Second quarter, he's at 9 points in the game. He's going to go to the hook shot. So that's a grand in double digits for LeBron James. Under 6 to go in the half. Spurs down 9. Montrezl Harrell tries to dunk it, but check out Drew Eubanks for the block. Spurs off and running. DeMar DeRozan dunking on Harrell at the other end, so just not a good trip up and down the floor for Montrezl Harrell. DeRozan at 23. DeJounte Murray with 29 for San Antonio. LeBron James drives through 3 Spurs, gets the foul, but somehow gets that shot to go. 17 points in the first half. Lakers by 10 at the break. Early fourth. Wesley Matthews, big game for him. 0 for 8 from 3 entering the game. He was saving them. Went 6 for 6 from beyond the arc Wednesday for all of his 18 points. Just over 2 minutes left. Lakers up 10. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope to James. Exclamation point. 26 points, 8 assists, 5 rebounds. Lakers win it 121 to 107 as James is sharing gifts with a young fan.
There's no ceiling for my game, and I feel just as good as I did at 35 or as I did at 32 or as I did at 29. Just want to keep on, pushing the envelope. Let's see how far I can take this thing. Right now, I got some wine waiting on me. I drink some good wine. May even have some tequila tonight. We have a seat at the table for all you guys. Whenever you guys want to join, make sure we keep our 6 feet apart so we don't get in trouble But other than that, we can all toast to each other. So wine and some tequila will be a part of the festivities tonight.
Wine and tequila. Easy, big fella. James has now won for the fourth time in his last 5 birthday games, and this one was special again as he reached the double-digit points for the 1,000th straight game. That's nearly 600 more games than the next longest active streak, which is held by James Harden. Harden would have to score 10 points every game until he's 37 years old to pass James.
Keep the cocktail hour going. Steve Nash said he needed a beer after sitting through Atlanta firing buckets at his Brooklyn club. Let's find out if it was a beer for tears or a victory beverage. There were 199 shots in this game, 87 threes, 286 points. Regulation game. Kyrie Irving got taken advantage by Trae Young for the first 3/4 of this game. Kevin Durant just crossing up gravity. Hawks up 1 at the half. Let's go to the third quarter. Young had 11 assists. John Collins, 30 points. Hawks up 5. Durant had 8 assists. Jared Allen had 15 points, but he gets bonus points for that hair. Atlanta up 2.
5 seconds to go in the first. Ball. Off the rebound of the Graham miss. The putback. Hornets leading it by 7. Down the lane goes Bismack Biyombo for the and 1. Hornets lead by 6. Ball. A lot of arc on that shot, Steve. Lot. 3 or 4 from deep. 15. 6 rebounds, 4 assists in the first half. Hornets with the lead. Alley-oop doesn't work to Dorian Finney-Smith. Graham kicks it ahead to Terry Rozier. Rick Carlisle says, let's talk about this. Let's figure out what we're doing here. They did not figure out what they were doing. Ball. All 3 of these. 22. 8 and 5. Doncic just a dozen. And the Hornets move to 500. Look at the mask on Kawhi. Everyone's having a field day with this sort of Silence of the Lambs type stuff. People said he made it at home. He might have. I don't know. Kawhi hits the 3. Where is it? Corner 3 for Paul George. George, Leonard. I can't stop looking at that mask. I'm supposed to be reading the shot sheet. I'm doing a poor job of the latter. Another 3 there. See, 14 of 21 from 3 in the first half. They trailed by 50 at the break of their last game. So they're doing much better. Leonard. That's not fair. Leonard heating up. Took an elbow, bunch of stitches when he got hit in his last game there. And they're rolling in this one. Leonard, step back 3. Bottoms. A 23-point victory for the Clips. I guess when they lose, they get their money's worth, right? They're 4-1. All right, second quarter of the Lakers game against the Spurs. Becky Hammond took over for Coach Popovich, who got kicked out. She's believed to be the first woman to act as a head coach in a regular season NBA game. Obviously, it's a big deal. It's a substantial moment. I try not to think about the huge picture of it because it can get overwhelming. That's what she had to say. Afterwards, players from the game with their thoughts about the night.
The future's bright for her. I hope she just sticks to it and don't give up. One day it may happen, it may not happen, who knows? But, she's definitely on the right road. And, I think everybody here appreciates her. Even the woman out there, she's set an example for every woman out there.
The impact that she's had on this organization since she's come here has just gotten, bigger and bigger the more that she's dived into that role. I'm really pumped for her and, just continuing to blaze that trail for, a lot of female coaches, not only coaches, but, players in all sports, I should say.
Well, she's been putting in the work. And anytime you put in the work, then you're rewarded with opportunities. And obviously she's, been paying her dues over the last few years. Obviously what she did as a player, first of all, we all know that. And so in her mind, I was able to transfer over to our league, and she's been great ever since she got in. It's a beautiful thing just to hear her barking out calls, barking out sets. And she's very passionate about the game. So, congrats to her and congrats for our league.
I have a resolution for 21. I'm going to step up my necklace game. Get that done. George Karl won more than 2,000, almost, I should say, 2,000 NBA games with some thoughts on Twitter. Coach Hammond will be a full-time head coach in the league soon.
Coach ain't afraid on the bird.